Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our 31-day path to wisdom. Today we're going to look at Proverbs 24. And this is a chapter that's packed with wisdom, timeless wisdom, that speaks to the challenges that we face day after day. See, Proverbs is not just a collection of old sayings. It's actually, if we'll follow it, a blueprint for living our lives with purpose, courage, and integrity. So let's unpack a few key principles here and see what we can come up. First of all, I'm going to read Proverbs 24, 3 and 4. It says this: by wisdom a house is built, and through the understanding that it is established, through knowledge of its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures. We live in a world of quick fixes, my friends. We live in a world of instant success. Solomon reminds us, though, that true stability comes from an intentional effort. A house just isn't a physical structure that you live in. It is your life. It's your career. It's your relationships. It's the legacy that you will leave. But wisdom is also not a shortcut. It's a foundation, my friends. Are you interested in investing in knowledge? Are you interested in cultivating an understanding? Or are you interested just in cutting corners just to get ahead? See, social media might promise overnight success, my friends. But real growth happens brick by brick. So I advise you to build wisely. The next verse I want to look at is Proverbs 24:16. It says this: for though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again. Failure, my friends, is not final. Burnout, rejection, even disappointments are going to come in life from time to time. But resilience, my friends, is a choice. Society often shames failure right now, but God's wisdom normalizes it. It talks about 7 falls and 7 comebacks. Maybe someone here is battling anxiety. Maybe one of their dreams was shattered. Maybe you're in a strained relationship. This verse never says you will not fall. It says you will rise. So how? How do you do this? By anchoring your identity not in perfection, but in perseverance. Every time you get back, you defy despair. So choose to just rise and rise and rise again. The last one I read is Proverbs 24, verses 10 through 12. It says this: rescue those being led away to death. Hold back those staggering towards slaughter. If you say, but we knew nothing about this, does not he who weighs the heart perceive it? See, this is a call to courage, my friends. Not be complacent in life. We know, we can see, we can look that injustice is all over the place. And people remain silent. Whether that's racism, maybe that's the poverty that we see in our world, whether that's bullying that we see on our school campuses. God sees our excuses, though. He sees when we say, that's not my problem. He sees when he says, I just don't want to get involved. He sees when I say, I'm too busy. Because wisdom demands action, my friends. See, your voice and your resources and your influence are the action he's looking for. So don't just scroll past suffering, my friends. Step into it. Being complacent is easy. Courage changes lives, though. See, this chapter ends with a vivid image, though. A neglected field, overgrown with thorns, owned by someone too lazy to care. It's kind of a metaphor for wasted potential. Distraction is the enemy of destiny. Are you sleeping through life? Are you engaging in numbing out on just Netflix, endless scrolling, or just busyness? Wake up. Tend your fields, my friends. That's your gifts. That's your relationships. That's your purpose. Feel that heartbeat right there? That's a purpose, my friends. See, this is not about being perfect. Proverbs 24 mentions nothing about being perfect. It talks about being persistent. My friends, build wisely. When you fall, rise again and choose courage. Let's not consume wisdom. Let's live it. This week, the next couple days, I want you to ask yourself these questions. In what area do I need to lay a stronger foundation? Or, how can I rise from a recent setback? Or, where is God calling me to act, not just observe? See, wisdom is not a theory, my friends. It's a daily choice. So let's make it. Have a blessed day, my friends.